Hey guys, this is the Cosmic Duelist, and I'm just going to be doing a Heraldic Beast deck profile for you guys today with my friend Sean.
Hey guys, monster lineup is pretty simple. I run 3 Thrashers, pretty much you special summon it, and you do a bunch of shenanigans with it. Then we got 3 Leos, speaks for itself, searches the deck, no matter if you send it from hand, graveyard, to the grave, you know, like field, whatever. It also gets its effect by pretty much being detached as well. Conway's straightforward, pretty much, you know, banish it, add something back from your graveyard, any Heraldic Beast. I know people's builds are different. I run 3 Basilisks because if you go to set defense and then they go to swing over, then they wouldn't expect a Basilisk, they would expect something different. I run 3 Kages because of the searchability and the spam of rank 4s that it does. Also, it's like a search target for one of the guys in my extra deck. I'll show you. I'm only testing this out right now. It's 2 unicorns. Pretty much what this does is you banish it from the graveyard. You target 1 Psychic Xyz in there, and you special summon it, and it has its effect negated. And 1 Twin-Headed Eagle because pretty much if you banish itself with an Xyz monster with no material on it, it adds 2 Heraldic Beasts from the graveyard to the monster as a material.
Can I get you to move that stuff out of there?
For spells, we're doing 3 Advanced Heraldry Arts. What this does pretty much, when you play it, it lets you target 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your grave and special summon them. After this card resolves, and you can immediately Xyz into any monster you want. So pretty much it is an instant rank for the Volvo Chain, for example, or anything that can help you out in your current situation. Right now there's not a lot of draw power in the deck, so I use 3 Upstarts.
How do you feel about Reckless or Card-Car?
Card-Car I find cuts back on my monster lineup, and Reckless, even though it does get like good advantage to it, it's just like a testing out right now until all some other stuff comes out, or I have any other ideas to it. But right now this actually let me drew whatever I needed. At the right time.
It's a pretty good card.
Oh, I love it. And right now, just 2 Heraldry Reborns. I find 3 too much and 1 to be too little because of all the amount of special summons you do.
I play 2 Monster Reborn.
Pretty much, and it's a Monster Reborn specific for this deck. It doesn't really target any other decks. 2 MSTs, obviously straightforward. I use 1 Foolish to help with Leo, Aber Conway, any of the Heraldics I mentioned. I use Dark Hole, obviously, and then for now, I'm using 1 rank up limited Variance Force.
That's interesting.
Now, what it is, pretty much, I can rank this up. I have 2 Chaos numbers in my extra deck, which I will get to in a moment and explain why. For traps, pretty much, it's a straight trap lineup. I use 2 Fiendish Chains. Everyone knows the reason why, those pesky effects and Xyz and all that. Then I got 2 Regeki Breaks. Pretty much I always find that I'm always at a hand advantage, and if I want something in the graveyard, this is the perfect card to do it. It also lets you destroy. I use 2 Wing Blast, same difference except obviously the bounce part to it. Pretty much, and your standard staples, you got Compulsory, you got Solemn Warning, and you got Bottomless Trap.
Why not TT?
I want to have my stuff survive a little bit.
Yeah, you want to keep control more or less.
Exactly, right? Like if I have stuff that will help me out really well. Alright, extra deck.
Whoop, the extra deck is always fun.
No, of course it is. Now I'm going to have to change some of this, right? I run 2 Lightning Chidoris, obviously because of the wind presence in the deck, and then when the new stuff comes out, obviously I'm going to attempt to try this with 3 Chidoris. Pretty much your generic, mostly like number 50 Black Ship, you got Abyss Dweller. I'm borrowing this right now from a friend of mine till mine comes in the mail, but Exciton Knight is actually pretty good.
You actually, it's so good. Like, you need one in any deck that can play rank 4s. It's just like, you're losing, and then you're winning.
Well, it's not just that, it's just in a deck that actually spams generic rank 4s, this is the perfect card to do it with, right? Obviously the Cowboy, you got the Maestro, the Volvo Chain to help you get your hand advantage and to ditch to the graveyard to help you set up for your plays later on in the game. At the moment, I only run 1 King of the Feral Imps because of Kage. Gets me my search, whatever, and I always have like another rank number 4 or level 4 in my grave or hand. I run only 1 of these at the moment, but the deck itself is supposed to run 2.
Yeah, 2 is really good.
2 is amazing. It's just I didn't have time to get a second one, per se, towards the tournament. Obviously, you got your Diamond Direwolf. This card here is amazing, especially against other Exceeds.
What does that card do?
Pretty much what this does is it requires only 2 level 4 Heraldic Beasts. It's pretty much generic to the deck itself. It does, first of all, the first effect doesn't need to be like materials used or nothing. Pretty much if you have a Big Eye, for example, I can go, okay, whatever, copy your Big Eye's attack, your Big Eye goes to 0 and its effect is negated. The only time it uses its materials is pretty much to use the copied effect, which makes it a pretty awesome card in this deck. Obviously, you got the Gem Knight Pearl to help you get over Ophion, and then you have your big beaters.
Would you take out Pearl for a second 101?
Honestly, tell you the truth, man, I would probably take out, well, we got new support hopefully coming in, so if I ever had anything to take out, I'd probably take out like King of Feral Imps. But at the moment, I would take him out for a second 101 in an instant. All right, then we got the 2 cards I think that, depending on the situation, we have a Heraldry Crest of Horror, and we have a Chaos 101 Silent Honor Dark. Pretty much this is my rank up go-to monster. I've had, my last game that I've had, I've actually brought this out, and I used it to absorb the Machina Fortress with no hand.
What does the Crest of Honor do? Or Horror, sorry.
The Heraldry Crest?
Yeah.
Pretty much what it does is, if my opponent calls an attack with this in play, it destroys all the monsters on my opponent's side of the field.
And it's a 4K beat stick?
It's a 4K beat stick, pretty much. It's also a psychic type, so it's pretty much good unicorn bait when it's in the graveyard. And then this one, pretty much if it has Exceeds materials while it's being destroyed by a card effect or battle, it comes back and I gain its attack power, but the effect can only be played when I have a 101 in my graveyard.
That's pretty cool.
I don't have a side deck because I went to pretty much our locals with no side deck. So hopefully that is good enough. I know there's a guy that ran regionals with this, but completely different when he ran the Kages. I want to try to hopefully improve it down in the States. So hopefully you guys liked it.
Yeah, thanks for the deck profile, Sean. So remember to subscribe, like, and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.